Yes, sir. Reaction channel, I am back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And make sure, if you haven't already, just go over to the gaming channel. Cause dog, you know we are content they waiting for you. You know if you like games, you have to be over there. So give me a little subscribe. Like, even if you don't like games, just give me a little subscribe. Just to push the content out for more people, you know the vibes. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to subscribe. Because we grinding, dog, all throughout 2021. So, let me get into it. We got robbed in broad daylight by Young Don the Sauce God. You know the animator, dog.
He turns around, grabs my boy, the one who got his phone took, grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, holds it to his stomach, and is like, you don't want to do that.
Put on any comments if all I ever got robbed before.
Living with you, I couldn't sleep.
If all I ever got robbed before, just put it on any comments though. Because I personally never got robbed before though. You skip this, Daisy Dog Podcast.
And I'm about to go beat my meat.
There's a famous quote, money is the root of all
evil.
Have you heard it?
Yes, I
What do
have.
you think about it? It comes from the Bible, and growing up in Jamaica, that quote made a lot of sense to me. And that's because every night on the evening news, there'd be some tragic story of a family, a business owner, a kid who lost their life over money, a robbery gone bad. So for a long time, I believed that. I believed that money was the root of all evil. But one day, I was sitting down with a wise man. It was my best friend's father, who had made himself a lot of money in his lifetime by building businesses, being disciplined, going to college, all of that. He carried a gun. And one day, when I was over my best friend's house, he asked me, why do you think I have this? Of course, I replied, to protect yourself. He was a wealthy man. People knew he was a wealthy man, and Jamaica's a dangerous place. And thinking I was smart, I threw the quote at him, money is the root of all evil. He then said to me, Chris, money is not the root of all evil. Money is what bought me this house. It's what buys you food. It's how your parents get you those video games you like to play. No, money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of all evil. Poverty. That's why I carry this. Because too many people here don't have enough. And the only thing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose
is a man with nothing at all.
That stuck with me. Completely changed the way I saw money. So
he definitely speaking facts. I understand where coming from. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's speaking it, dog. He's speaking it.
One day after school, when me and my boys got held up and robbed as they were walking to the bus stop, I was walking to my dad's office. I don't want to give you too much backstory, but you can watch this video about getting teased for where I lived. It's a funny story about getting teased, walking to my dad's office. People thought it was my house. Go watch this video if you want to get more context. But that day when we got robbed, what my dad's friend said to me made all the sense in the world. I was about 13 years old, very young, very naive, and the world around me, being Jamaica, was a very real place, very dangerous place at times. But my parents did an amazing job at sheltering me from a lot of that. But no matter how hard your parents try, they can't protect you from the world forever.
Facts.
So I'm walking to my dad's office with two of my boys. They're walking to the bus stop to take the bus to go home. So we're taking the usual route, and on the way to where we're going, we have to pass this other school. It was known as Quality Academics. It was basically a school you would go to if you failed high school. You see, in Jamaica, in order to go to college, you have to take this exam called CXC. I think they changed it. But it's very similar to the SAT.
CXC.
So if you got poor grades on your CXCs, you wouldn't be able to get into a good university. In Jamaica, there are really only like two. And we don't have this abundance of community colleges like you do here in America. So if you want to take another swing at getting into university, you pretty much have to redo your senior year of high school. But there isn't a way to do that in actual public school. So you have to go to one of these like do-over schools, and Quality Academics was one of those schools. Now, think about the kind of kids that completely fail high school, right? Of course, you have those who just, struggle in school. Public school isn't always the best. But a lot of times, it's dudes that didn't take school serious because they were busy, chasing girls, ditching class. A lot of times, there were dudes who gave a lot of trouble. Very often, these kinds of guys, grew up in environments where they didn't have a lot, They grew up in the hood, grew up in poverty. So what do you get when you mix a kid who grew up without a lot in an environment that is often violent, who feels the pressure of having to look like they have more than they really do so that they can climb the superficial social ladder that is high school culture?
Wow.
You get the two dudes that were posted up down the street in the cut looking for an easy lick. I saw them as we were walking up the street, and I could tell from a distance that these guys were no good. Back when I was going...
When you see niggas just watching you, staring at you for a long period of time, they want to take your eyes, they don't want to take the eyes off of you. Something going on go down, though. Either they go and rob you, or them going and do something to somebody else, or something going on go on, something bad going on. Just know that if somebody just staying you down for a long period of time, every time you glimpse at them, the eye not moving off of you, that just know something wrong, dog. Either you walk faster, or run, or stick up for yourself, dog. I don't know. It's up to you. But if they ain't posing no threat to you, don't do nothing to them, dog, because they will deal with you, dog.
School in Jamaica, there was a certain look that all the tough guys had, the bad man look. Uniform was always iron crisp, shirt untucked. They take their baggy uniform pants to a tailor and get them tightly fitted. A lot of times their faces were bleached so they look more light-skinned, and they always used too much gel in their hair.
I feel as though I ain't even gonna speak on it now. I ain't even gonna speak on it, though.
Like to get it curly, they use too much. And, I just started walking the streets to get to my dad's office, so I saw them, and I'm thinking, that don't look good. But, it's three of us, it's two of them. Sure, they're bigger, they're older, but, this kind of thing doesn't happen to me. Like it's something here on the news, it's something here happening to other people. I'm not gonna get pressed by no goons. So we're walking up the street, we're getting closer and closer, and then we pass them. So I'm like, okay, all right, good, we're good. So we walk past them, and me and my boys, we're talking, we're laughing, all is right with the world, and then I hear some footsteps quickly approaching us from behind. I turn my head, and now they're right beside us.
Wow.
As they're passing us, one of them leans into one of my boys, bumps him, and then keep walking. At first, I didn't realize what happened, but it turns out when the dude bumped into my boy, he reached into his hoodie pocket and grabbed his phone. They must have saw when my...
Yeah, I know we're going to explain it, but he's going to explain it too.
My boy had put his phone in his pocket before we passed them down the street. My boy's like, yo, they just took my phone. He had a new BlackBerry, and this is before the iPhone, all of that. Yo, this was when the BlackBerry was the iPhone, bro. Everybody wanted one. They were hard to come by. They were expensive. My mans must have saved up for a whole year just to buy that phone, bro. So now I'm shocked. And then my boy's like, yo, I got to get by my phone. So without even thinking, we start to chase him. Now, to say chase is a bit much. It was more like a brisk walk because one, they weren't that far ahead. Because
if three of my dogs walking man, and two older school children thief one of my dog's phone, why we dealing with that, no matter how big they is, why we dealing with that, boy, I don't even care. If it's two of them and three of us, nah. Lost me with that one day, dog. I don't know if I would have done that back then, but now if that was to happen right now, I'm dealing with them, dog. I can't remember how I remember how I used to thinking about. Not as confident as I'm thinking right now. Back then I was a little girl, look. Not much a little girl, but I didn't really care if it was to happen. If it was to happen, it happened. But I know you had to think logically in these type of moments. Because them just a knife gun or kind of thing off of your phone, dog. So if you get your phone thief, dog, and you see the looking kind of you know, if they ain't had no weapons on them, deal with them. But if there are weapons on them, don't risk your life for that, dog. It's just a electronic device, dog. Could get an next one, dog. They even study it, dog. But if they're unarmed, dog, you have to deal with that. You have to deal with that.
They weren't running away. And two, there was some hesitation, right? Because they were scary. I was scared. I will admit, I'd never been in a situation like this before. But where the heat of the
and I ain't even gone capital, yeah. When I was younger, I didn't have the same confidence I had right now, so I'd have never just run into the action and just deal with them now, so. But they ain't dealing with me right now. I'm dealing with that bad.
moment, adrenaline is going, and I wasn't about to be the one friend that fell back in this situation. So we start to walk up to them. We get right behind them, and then one of the dudes, not the one who took the phone, the other one, he turns around, grabs my boy, the one who got his phone took, grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, holds it to his stomach, and is like, "You don't want to do that." He lets him go, turns around, and the both of them keep walking. And back in school,
it ain't worth risking your life for. Just move on about your life, dog. Do your thing. And the scenes, it even had to tell the police, dog, because I'm not going and find them, dog. Offer one phone, them police not going and waste the time offer that. So it's best. Don't even try, because them police don't have no time for that, dog. Them have bigger matters to handle, as the so-called say, dog. Some of them that just be in the office day, but whatever, I ain't even gonna speak on it. Dog. But just don't risk your life for stupid shit, dog, because that ain't making no sense, dog. It's just an electronic device, but if those unarmed, you deal with them, dog. You hit them a few cuff, you ain't thieving, I ain't looking like a girl in front, but you feel it as well,
we heard a lot of stories.
And especially if it's a big time phone, but if you know the arm, dog, just don't go into that, dog.
Stories of dudes getting robbed and stabbed over their phones. So we knew that this.
And if all they know in Trinidad, they just kill people for the phone and thing, dog. Easy, and dollar and thing. $1 people dying off a dog. So it doesn't have all kind of thing could go on in that situation. So don't really take the risk if you can, dog.
This was not a joke. So they're walking away, and then my boy turns to us and is like, "Yo, what do I do?" I look at him. I'm like, "Looks like you gotta get a new phone, bro, because that one's not yours no more." And as soon as that reality set over the group, we were just like, "Man, that's tough."
Yeah, it's hard to be tough, though.
That was so tough because there was nothing we could do. What were we gonna do? Call the police? This is Jamaica, bro. Ain't no police gonna show up and get back your phone, bro.
Same as Trinidad, though.
So we stand there for like another 5 minutes. And then we continue to walk. You know, my boys went to the bus stop. I went to my dad's office, and, you know, that was that. You know, I told my dad about it, you know, because my dad grew up in the hood. So a small part of me was like, ooh, maybe my dad can, like, go get back the phone. I don't know. My dad looked at me and was like, "You still got your phone?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "All right, we good." Wow. Moral of the story.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know, when you walk in these streets, especially if you live somewhere that's not super safe, keep your head on a swivel, keep your valuables concealed. And, you know, if you're ever being robbed and, you know, you're outgunned or outmanned, just give them what they ask for.
Yeah, get them what they ask for.
Because at the end of the day, things can always be replaced.
Facts.
But your life,
can't.
Pretty sure you only get one of those.
Yes, sir.
I just got a bag, didn't need a mask. DR's in the pack, everything.
The dog is an artist too, it himself. I had to check out some of his music, I had to check it out. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe like we get into the next reaction. I didn't know this reaction was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was fire. The dog do his thing, he do his thing. But these stories is based on his life, so you can never know in the future. I might do some others too to tell her about things that happen. But it's off our kicks too. Some of them is kicks, some of them is real things. So soon I don't know. If I become a good animator, I might do it for myself or hire somebody to draw. The vibes might get into it like that. So on to the next reaction.